similar things to this in the past, but not really in this meta, which maybe it'll be a little better in this meta. We've not had very much success with it. Every time we've ever tried it, we've just like kind of like dealt with some threats, dealt with some threats, dealt with some threats. Then like we've drawn a bunch of lands because we have a pretty high land count, while the aggressive decks just drew more threats. So like because of our high land count and not much card advantage, they were always able to out threat our answers. But we're gonna try it in this format. I really wish I hadn't titled this Abzan now that I see it's just this, but it's whatever. It's listed as Abzan Control on Goldfish, so that's good enough for us. It's got a pretty robust sideboard too. I like the Kitesail Freebooter / Glint / Duress type package. Could be good if we get paired versus a control deck. This deck may be okay versus Fog, but probably wants to mostly play versus like blue-white, maybe Esper. I feel like all the decks with just Chain Whirler have to be good versus us. But it's okay. Had a very good week last week, so if things don't go well, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Removal spell, Karn. Lands, all of our colors. I suppose this is a keep. Even though it doesn't look impressive, does it? Fun. I think I'm just gonna take this. Nah, I'm just not. We probably can't beat that card. Maybe he doesn't have another threat. Hmm. So this goes up to 6. I can attack it for 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we'll hit something decent. I assume that we're just going to cast Karn, tick it up, get a land, probably tick it up next turn, get a land, but like maybe it spends the majority of their turn, and who knows. Oh wow, we're not going to get a land, we're going to get another Karn. Well, that's neat. They are main deck Wrath of Gods in this deck, so that is also neat. Let's start by ticking up. So he's going to give us this. I guess I'm going to play the more expensive one. Well, there's nothing really even in their graveyard yet. We'll guarantee to get something in their graveyard with the Eldest Reborn, or with this Eldest Reborn though. Just kind of nice. If we choose to. Well, we're not going to get anything back with this then, are we? Just cast another one of these. I'm taking so much damage next turn, though. Yeah, it's the only way to get something back, isn't it? I guess I could cycle this. Maybe we'll hit a cleansing. I assume they're going to sack this one and just hit us for 6 again. Maybe even hit us for 10 if they have another Glorybringer. If they have another Glorybringer, we literally can't win without drawing. Sorry, 8. Yeah, 10. Can't really win if they have another Glorybringer. Whoops. Guess we'll take this. It doesn't really do anything, but I have to hit a Cleansing Nova and then hope it's good enough. But we have no way to get the Cleansing Nova. So we just like easily die. Nothing we can do. Yeah. Well, that's about what I expected. Like I said, I didn't think we could beat Chain Whirler decks. I don't think any of our sideboard cards are good here either. Like, you could argue this card is, because I think Treasure Map's kind of bad, but other than that, not really. The problem is just, we got to a point in the game to where, like, all of our threats and stuff cost so much mana that, like, we can't waste a turn to Karn to get the Contempt back. Like, we're not going to win playing one spell a turn because we're behind. So we had to hope to get a little bit lucky and draw one of our 2 Novas, I think. Maybe we shouldn't have played. Maybe I shouldn't have played Eldritch Reborn the turn that I did. Maybe I should have just cast down something. But like, not casting the Eldritch Reborns feels like we're just going to lose anyway, especially when we draw 3 like that. Phone's ringing, so I'm going to hit mute for a couple seconds. Alright, so we're back. I guess this hand's a keep. A lot of lands that come into play tapped. I'm not super happy about that. Let's see what they play under turn 1 before we just decide if we're getting a land or saving this for Revolt. Guess we're saving it for Revolt, maybe? Yeah, still saving it for Revolt. Because now we can get like a Captain Lannery if they play that. These cards don't seem good. I guess I just want to kill this one. Feels kind of bad, because like our Eldest Reborns feel like they're just going to do nothing again if we don't draw a sweeper. Yeah, our Eldest Reborns just feel like they're doing nothing again. Feels to me like he's just going to play like threat. See? Just threat and it doesn't matter. So we really need to hit the Cleansing Nova. Yeah, and this card just feels like it does nothing in these matches. I have no idea what our opponent's playing. Like, he's playing like some brew that probably should have been a buy, but like isn't. We do get a Herald of Anguish back though. Did they just have double Herald of Anguish in their hand? Or do they think that Chandra's better than Herald of Anguish here? Because to me that's odd. For our life total, maybe it doesn't matter, but it's kind of cute that like next turn we can actually use that. So we're at 3. Any burn spell is going to kill us. He's going to draw an extra card at minimum. So they have to dodge like Murder Boat and a million other things. Guess we're taking this one. Target opponent exiles a card from their hand. We'll take the Engraph. Guess I don't care about that card, so just both of these attack Chandra then. So we have a blocker here and an activation of the Herald. That's fine. We'll go ahead and kill this to save the time. Guess we don't want to die to a Glorybringer. So this puts them at 14. Next turn we're not technically lethal. This is 7, 13, so we're attacking for 13 next turn. And they can't use Glorybringer on our Glorybringer because of the can't kill a Dragon Claws. So they have to minus on this or they're dead. Which actually buys them a bit of time. Because now I probably shouldn't attack with the Herald. Attack the face. Attack the Chandra. We went 3-2 with it, Dumbo. It didn't seem terrible. Like, it was fine. It's nothing I'm excited with. Like, it's not a great deck. It's not an awful deck. So what I refer to as just fine. So blocker's not good enough because of our Veraska, and we still have presenting lethal. We're just basically having to dodge Murder Boat here. I don't know why they discarded this Herald. They did not have to. And it cost them the game, in my opinion. Just gonna run it back. Like it's a 4 Anger deck, 4 Blood Moon deck, so it's gonna have some relatively good matches, but like it's just not gonna be favored versus any deck I consider good, with the exception of it's probably favored versus humans, but like just one match versus a deck I consider good's not great. But like it's not awful. You can definitely get some wins with it. Probably gonna need this game. This is more of the type of draw that I would want versus a deck like this. Well, that's unfortunate. He's probably going to take either the End or the Seal away, and because they're already down to 3 cards, I feel priced into getting rid of the Beaumont regardless. That was actually nice. They let me save all my decent removal spells too, which is pretty cool. Oh, I might not have changed that. It might should be 403 now. Let's check that real quick. Thanks for alerting my attention to that. Is it 403? It is 403. Thank you, Dumbo. I would have missed that. I have no idea how I'm still going. So they're definitely just going to take the treasure map now. Or we're going to make fun of them since all of our other cards are roughly the same. I do feel like we top deck better than them, but we'd have a hard time beating a Chandra at this point. So we have double black, double white. We don't need double green, so we'll just get another white. Let's save the Baffling End for that. Alright, now we have a cast out. So since we have a cast out and we can answer their first real threat, I feel like we just have better draws in our deck. Depending on what their cards are, though, I guess. I guess you get a land, as much as I don't want to give you one. What have you been into, Dumbo? You still playing Magic? That's unfortunate. So we need a land and one of our Eldest Reborns, or one of our Contempts, or one of our cast outs. I feel like it probably is good versus Fog. Buy and sell a lot, don't play a lot, that's fair. I feel like this deck's probably good versus Fog with the sideboard. Like, we have a million ways to kill a Teferi, we have 12 discard spells, and then we have pressure to keep our draws up. Like, that's one of the decks I actually think we can beat. I like losing this game very badly, and I don't feel like we have very many answers now. We basically have to hit a Contempt or a Cast Out. And when we hit the Cast Out, we're going to get slapped by a Probably a Glorybringer. So there's going to be a big chunk of our life. So we might have to go something like Cast Out into drawing our last Cleansing Nova. Like, I feel like we're just going to lose to every single red deck, though. Not sure we can beat a red deck. Now Chandra beats us for the rest of the game. Another Angraf would beat us too. Harold beats us. Alright, well, come on, Cleansing Nova. Nope. We lost to like one of the worst looking red decks I've ever saw. But like I said, I literally just don't think we will beat red decks. Feels to me like they're always just going to be out in front of our removal, and all of our removal and stuff costs way too much mana. I think this 15 card sideboard package, though, has to be good versus Fog. I also don't think Fog's very played on Moto. I think you're allowed to like give up the Fog match and not really care. I think I've got paired versus Fog four times total in the past 9 days. 2 of them was in the same league, though, and that would kind of sucked. But I've only got paired versus it 4 times in 9 days. Wily Goblin. It's a cute little card. I do like Diamond Mare. Another red deck. In my opinion, that's basically what this format is. Just red deck after red deck. Luckily, they have a pretty horrible draw. Pretty slow draw, at least. They have a slow jam going on over there. Exile creature. If this deck's going to play this strategy, I feel like it needs more Fumigate / Cleansing Nova type effects. They got the tick up too. The ticking up too is like kind of a dagger. Because now if they have a Glorybringer, we just get wrecked. The Fog deck is very good. But I think decks can adjust to it. But regardless of how, we're not talking about how good it is, we're talking about how much it gets played. And it's just not a heavily played deck. Or at least not yet. Alright, well, we lose our Karn as we expected. Can't beat any of their threats as expected. We have to draw pretty specific from here. Maybe I should have used the Evolving Wilds first, but if I'd played... I could have wanted to play a different tap land, I guess. So we have 4 Contempts and like a bunch of Cast Out. Well, doesn't matter what we hit. If we deal with this, we're taking 7 twice and we're down to 3. We're just not going to win in either of these scenarios. And we're probably not even dealing with that, so. We are in fact still alive though, and being alive is better than being dead. This is basically what I explained when we went into the pre-match, that I feel like the red threats are just going to pressure us to a point to where we can't really have any counterplay to them. It's just another Chandra. Alright, we have no out. I'll do this again. Just have no counterplay to the red decks. I do not think this deck's any good. I think Phoenix is very good. Like, it's good versus the red decks. It's good versus the green decks, and the red decks, like I've already stated, I think are the only decks. BRB. I think Phoenix is better than Hazoret in the format. It's obviously better versus some decks and worse versus some decks, but I feel like every deck's just kind of like a red deck or a green deck. And it's just better versus all of those, I think. Well, they mulligan to 5 this game, so you're saying we have a chance. That land was actually a good draw. Because now we can just contempt whatever they do resolve. If they don't resolve anything good, we can slam Karn. Rip, can't slam Karn anymore. Ooh. That ain't too bad, though. Could have cast this because the casting costs on our deck are actually really, really high. I have enough 5-drops, so I'm going to take a blind draw step. Let's see what big threat they get to play. Probably either be Chandra or Hazoret. Oh, whoops. I guess I should see what they do if they tick up first. Because if they tick up and play like Kari Zev or something, we're going to want a fatal push. Normally we wouldn't want a fatal push. I forgot to put a stop in. It ended up paying off. It technically didn't pay off, did it? I'm going to kill this like this for the sole reason that I can flip my treasure map at the end of turn. They can't buy it back right now anyway. They don't have black mana. They hit a Glorybringer. That's going to suck. I have about 1,000,000 answers to Chandra. That is not one of them. Million's probably not even much of an understatement. A bunch of contempts, a bunch of reborns, a bunch of cast outs. So they have to exert. So we get 2 more draw steps to find one of the 1,000,000,000 answers. If they don't exert, we don't even need an answer. Well, we found an answer. Let's see if we can find a better one. It's not really a better one, is it? So if worst comes to worst, we can technically kill this, which would let us draw another card. But we have the Cleansing Nova in place, so I don't think we have to do anything wild like that. I think we might have won this game. That's stupid. I have Menace, so I should at least get my 2 damage in. Derp to derp. Now we have answers for the next 2 threats. We probably win this game. Remember, they mulliganed the 5, though, and it felt like they were 1 card away from winning basically the whole game. I like how anytime we minus Vraska, we get to draw a 3 card. Why did they think so long about that play? It feels to me like that play was like automatic. I guess they can have their card. Press F6. F6 doesn't want to work. There we go. It seems like a... I don't mind them printing it. I mind how they printed it. To me, it feels like a pretty decent mistake how they printed it. But what do I know? If we get a Glorybringer back next turn, I assume they're going to concede if they don't draw something great this turn. Sure, we got a Fatal Push, so we don't care about that. We have a Silhouette, so we don't care if they get a Haste Threat to go with it. Let's see what the Duress does. Yeah, Silhouette, you are our hero. Yep, they conceded if they didn't find a good spell, as expected. Alright, so we can beat the Mulligan to 5. Let's take the Spyglass out. Maybe we just have to have Treasure Map and I've been wrong siding one out. It seems like it's better than Karn and stuff, though. I don't think Karn's great. Phone's ringing again, so I'm going to mute the stream. I apologize. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about the constant phone calls. If it counts for anything, it looks like the mana's pretty good in this deck. You want to play this? Since they're mana screwed, I think I can afford to take one more point of damage and like Fatal Push and then use the Scrap Heap. Might even be able to afford to take the full 4 to get a second treasure up. Oh, well, they're going to call our treasure map, so they're kind of like forcing our hand here, which is fine. Makes all of our planeswalkers just better. You take that stop out now. We don't need it anymore. Alright, not getting that option. Now we have 3 cards, and I feel like our draws on average are better than their draws, but we have no cards. They have 4 cards. So we have to be significantly behind. They literally just looked at our hand. So that seems like a weird time to dress. Oh. They hit land, so now we can probably just get smashed by something big. Cleansing Nova doesn't do anything here. At all. So we need like one of our Contempts or Sillaways or Cast Outs. We need it fairly quickly. Or Doomfalls. If he plays another creature, the Doomfall's not good enough, but I'll tell you what we don't need. We don't need another one of those. We have 4 Contempts though, 3 Cast Outs, and 3 Sillaways. So, I mean, we have, and 4 Doomfalls. So we had 14 hits to get rid of that. We still have 14 hits next turn as well. JK, our 14 hits are not as good as we thought they were. Don't think we have an out. And dead. Yeah, 2 red decks up. 2 losses for us. We won the game where he mulliganed to 5. Alright, no more red decks the rest of the night, please. Just let's play versus like Turbo Fog and Blue White and stuff. That's what I want to get paired versus. Turbo Fog, Blue White. Let's go. I'm pretty sure most things with Basic Island feel like they're okay, but I could be wrong. This is about how I expected this deck to perform before we started, but somebody requested it, and I'm a nice guy. Alright, seems like another good hand. I think so. We have like 15 cards in our sideboard that seems relevant. It's another one of those matches that I feel like we're not great versus. If they just play Psy here, we're in probably pretty bad shape. We do have Cleansing Novas in the main deck though, so that gives us a little bit of hope. I guess I'm going to put that on the bottom. Reliquary Tower. And the good card. I guess we're going to take a blank draw step here because being able to kill this is so important. Oh, they got that too? Alright, so we're probably just dead. What do we need from here? Well, we missed our land. Then we hit a land. We need a Cleansing Nova is what we need. Or like black mana or something. If they just cast PO, are we dead? Oh, like so many threats. Just can't ever beat this match either. I guess we'll put that on top, even though we're like shy lands to cast it. One of the problems with that Cleansing Nova at this point is, I don't even know what to target. If we target creatures, we probably lose. If we target artifacts, we probably lose. I guess we have to call creatures. Alright, well. We're still doing things. And doing things is half the battle, right? We get to draw so many cards. Maybe we were supposed to contempt the Psy and tap all 5 of our things to kill the artifacts. We'd have to sacrifice every treasure to make that line. Is that good enough then? Huh. Who thinks he has a commit or something? He gets to side back if we do artifacts. So that could have been a player. Feel like they have a metallic rebuke? Yeah, they do, apparently. I know we're close to winning this game. I don't actually need this anymore, so... So we can pay for a rebuke now? One card that we never get to draw, maybe they just have 3? Alright, well. I don't know what's in their hand, but feels like it's better to do this than anything. This Eldest Reborn doesn't feel like it does much, does it? Not really. But the Contempt doesn't matter. I guess the Eldest Reborn would have been a better play because we're closer to getting a Karn back. I should have worried about that. When they draw a PO, the game's over. So we somehow have to close this game before they draw PO. Never mind, they drew it that turn, so the game's over now. I have no outs to that. We're not going to have any outs ever. Our deck just doesn't have an out to this. We can destroy all the artifacts with the cleansing, I guess, in a game. Just didn't feel like it was reasonable this game. Still have 5 cards in their hand and tons of mana. That's another PO, so this is game. Yeah, it's just game. Alright, well, I think we bring in the entire sideboard. We get rid of like most of this type of crap. I don't think it's Eldest Reborns do anything either. Actually, yeah. Alright, plan B. Let's see if this is good enough. They played Basic Island game 1, and I thought we had a chance for a second. This is a keep. Non-creature, non-land. I don't think the blue-white list was very good. I think that dude ran hotter in the sun. But what do I know? I probably don't know anything. Guess I'm just going to take this. I'm going to be looking to cat sell the other one. You probably shouldn't have cast Zeph in there. When you have a 2-drop, you typically don't play Zaffin in this deck, or Void or whatever. Kinda just want to take the 2-drop. The Turbo Fog deck's actually really easy to play. If that counts for anything at all. I let them keep the 1 card. Because we had an answer for it already in our hand. Let's see. So we had to resolve whichever one of these we want. I guess we'll play this one then. Probably take it up because we actually still need the lands. Oh, they hit a negate. How ridiculous is that? Most of these builds are like the PV build right now with just 2 negates. Another wonderful card for them to draw. We can't even draw our white source. Yet they're drawing greats. It's a semi-dead card, I guess. White source, please. It is in fact a white source. Yeah, well, we're going to cast this out. Since they didn't leave up a blue mana. Seems like a pretty large mistake, but what do I know? We are in bad shape right now, though, because this Metallic Rebuke is super good. They can just win a race real easy if they would attack. I'm not sure why they're not attacking. They do have all the time in the world, so attacking doesn't matter probably, but... they had another sign, they didn't play it. Guess they're waiting till they get at least a trigger out of it. As much discard as there, I guess I've already played 3 Doomfalls. They're still just not attacking. Red Rover, send us on a real spell on over. Well, GG. We have no out to them ever drawing a PO. The fact that they're not attacking offends me, by the way. Because they should have won many turns ago. They just seem like they don't care about winning. They're more worried about letting me draw a card than just taking, like, a pretty easy win. Well, maybe we can just draw Cleansing Nova. They'll attack this turn, and we'll call them foolish. Nice double lands there. I'll throw this thing away. Because we need to draw an extra card. Ooh, that was a good draw. We'll take one. Still not what we need. Yeah, we're fair enough behind it. I think I'm just going to throw this away and attack with it. They get their Prism back, but if we don't get a Cleansing Nova, I don't think we can win. Right on time, extra Doomfall. So they have 2 outs on 37, basically. If they have an expertise, we have no out. Just dead on board if they draw an expertise. Oh, they hit another PO. Cute. These are the expected results of this deck. And that's game. And we'll play the other 2 matches for the stream, but like, I do not suggest playing this deck. It feels
honestly atrocious and not even particularly fun. Decks like this have to have some kind of card advantage engine, and Treasure Map just isn't good enough. That's why, like, the blue-black builds and the Grixis builds have such success. They have things like Search for Azcanta, or Champion of Wits, or Chart a Course, or Supreme Will, or this, that, or the other, and that's why those decks do well. But, like, this deck's just what you draw is what you draw, hope it's enough. Still don't see why the blue deck's not played more. It's got a lot of good matches. This is a mulligan. This is a keep. Hey! Weekend Geek, what's up? I guess we keep this. It's a pretty high casting cost curve. Is this mono green? I have a chance versus mono green. Not mono green. Means it's probably some kind of Phoenix deck. Not sure we have a chance versus a random Phoenix deck. Really depends on how their deck's built. Alright, well, I guess I'll cycle this and see if we hit something. Nope, no something. They missed a land drop though, which means they have 5 spells in their hand, which is always a scary sight. Hopefully they at least resolve something this turn so that we can... Oh, wow! Pummeler. You don't see Pummeler decks too often. For good reason. I've not played Brawl in a long time, but the last time I played Brawl, the format was just broken. It was like a one-deck format. Most of those 1v1 decks all feel to me like they're just one-deck formats. No, pretty good. I mean, we're not getting crushed in Magic, but I don't really care about Magic, so... I don't care if I get crushed, I mean, obviously. I care about the game. I like the game. Like, I knew what I was getting into when I played this deck, so our results does not bother me with the deck. It's kind of weird. I guess I'll put that on top then. Like, it feels like they have to play something. Three mana? Oh, cycle. How do you win with like a random black deck and not just like still smash with the blue decks? The blue decks feel so good to me. We could just die now if he's got like a +4/+2. I took an extra long pause there to make them think about it. So do I have to discard something? Guess we'll keep anything that is a threat. We can remove this. What do we want? I don't really want any of these, so I guess we'll take the brawler. Their opponent confuses me. I guess I don't want to do that right now. I'm definitely casting this, so it's just better to attack first. And then we get to leave up cast out this way in case they do have a like a Glorybringer or something. Okay. Well, that card doesn't do anything because of our Eldest Reborn. Ooh. Come a lot closer to losing than we expected there, didn't we? We were really close to losing there. Luckily, we have a contempt and a cast out, and we're not close to losing now. Like, we really can't lose now. They're having a Brawl Championship with like a really cool playmat at Grand Prix Richmond later in the year. I don't think I want any of this stuff. I don't actually think I want these treasure maps either, though, so maybe we'll bring in a couple dresses just in case. JK, bringing in a spyglass, because we can call like Bristling Hydra, or we can call Electrostatic Pummeler. So like we could remove the hexproof on Hydra, or we could just remove the pumps on Pummeler. Actually just seems bad though, doesn't it? I do want a couple dresses, so. I know they had a Brawl Championship at like Grand Prix Las Vegas or something that one person showed up to. Take care, Heath. We'll try. We gotta test Hollow One after this event. I'm not smart enough to play KCI, or I'd be testing it. And whatever this is gonna get pushed. It's gonna get pushed real good. Before they can untap. Push into Doomfall, into just infinite removal. Oh. Tell our opponent our situation, because I don't want to knock them out of prize support. That's a magic card. Our 5 mana kill your magic card. It's kind of hilarious. Hey, somebody's coming in my back door. I wonder if it's my grandmother or my mother or like a robber. Really hoping it's not a robber. I have no shirt on. The robber might see more than they want. As loud as they were, I think it's grandmother, though. Robbers are typically a little quieter. So I'll play this one, so we have 2 things up. Yeah, I think that's who it was, Dumbo. I won't swear. I guess we can cycle a cast out now. Go, Voltaxic Brawler. We can cast so many things. Uh-oh. It's 1 o'clock. That's when you know you're feeling confident in the match. You're just like, let's party with our Karn. Fiery cannonade, get me? Well, we can cast a lot of spells. I don't know how we lose. It's going to require like a fling and some blossoming defenses. Like 2 blossoming defenses and a fling. Yes, I know the Fatal Push does nothing here. I'm just seeing if they know that. This Fatal Push is irrelevant to the end of the game. I'm just seeing if they know. We're at 20, so they're just trying to double it to 10, then double it. But they can't double it again. I'm not sure what this double does. Alright, so apparently they didn't know Fatal Push done nothing. But they didn't have any blossoming defenses, so it didn't matter. What the heck? Oh, ignore that. So I was right. They didn't know what Fatal Push. They didn't know that the Fatal Push did nothing. That amuses me. Possible. He could have really just not known, though. Wouldn't be the first person to ever mess up. I don't care about my ELO. I was like 1850 before I played off stream last night, and I got in the same situation where I just conceded to 2 people. Now we're down to 4. Rating doesn't matter. I'm probably like, I don't know, probably down to like 1770 or something. I concede to people way too much. 1750. I'm even lower than I thought. I concede to people a lot. My ELO just doesn't matter, so. I wish ELO mattered on here. It would be kind of sweet if like grinding for ranking mattered. Be like a cool change. I don't think we can keep this hand. I play it sometimes. If I like the best deck, I play it a lot. Like when Approach was the best deck, I played Approach almost every other day. The Approach deck was so good, though. Not a lot, Rex. What's up? We're just getting smashed over here. I should play Approach again, to be honest. It won a Grand Prix. I still don't think it's a competitive deck. Just because it won a Grand Prix, I don't think it's a competitive deck. But, I should probably give it a try. Like, it's just so bad versus all the red decks. And red decks are like 40% of what I get paired versus. We even got paired versus 2 red decks in, this league. So is this the GPG deck? If this is a GPG deck, I might want to save these cast outs. Feel like it's the GPG deck. It's probably not. I don't know. I'm just going to get rid of them. We need to draw some interaction or we're just going to die to a bunch of 3 drops. Or 2 drops. 3 power things. Well, that's not particularly what we want. Alright, well, we're going to have to hit some lands. Our mana cost is excessively high in this deck. That's not lands. Because this would be bad if they have Scarab. Looks like Scarab. Yeah, we couldn't have ever cast our good threats anyway, so we can just move on to the next game. Too far behind to win now. Have no sideboard for a match like this. So we just have to run it back. If we'd hit lands on curb, we don't have to concede there, but we're in a spot there to where we're a minimum taking 5 or 6 on the next turn. And even if we get lucky and like draw to contempt or draw to cast out, then we're taking like 5 the next turn. We're just too much of a hoe. I don't think I want Spyglass. I think Spyglass only affects exactly 1 card. And we have enough answers to that 1 card anyway. Like we have 3 cast outs, 4 contempts, 4 doomfalls. So we're on to 10, and then we have like 4 Sillaways if they're silly enough to attack. So we have 10 ways to beat Scarab God. It wasn't Scarab God that I was scooping to. It was that I was at an effective 9 life with an active Scarab God and just 4 mana. So like basically we got buried by our mulligans and not drawing lands. But it wasn't just the Scarab God that I scooped to. I guess I don't want that. We got a swamp. Cool, we got a swamp. We didn't want air swamp. Well, that sucks for us. I do not think this card is very good. We're playing 4 in our board, but we probably shouldn't because our deck's not very good, but that's beside the point. This is the type of cards that are good versus the Fogs and the blue-white decks, but those decks just are not on Moto. You rarely get paired versus Domamoto. You do not need extra cards if you do get paired versus Domamoto. I'm just gonna cast this. He doesn't have the energy to draw a card right now, so it's fine. And with the amount of discard spell, or sorry, the amount of removal spells in our deck anyway, with 2 random draws, we're probably going to get one. So even if they have a discard for the contempt, we probably don't care. Excuse me. But they get 2 lands. Well, that's really nice for them. Seems to be exactly what they needed. Well, they're 4 cards up on us. Excuse me again. Fun times. We don't need this stop anymore. I guess we kill it. This feels horrible. Did they not play their land last turn? Ooh, I think we hit a contempt. So now they have to kill the Karn or they can't even play a Scarab? That's good for us. Fortunately, we don't have double white in our, you know, white-black control deck. Excuse me again. What cards we can get back that actually matter? Assuming that they don't kill the Karn, that is. I guess that just means they got multiple things. So we can make them sacrifice it with the Eldritch Reborn. That's not good enough. So I guess we'll take the Contempt. Can Eldritch Reborn it again next turn? If they even hit the land. If they don't draw any lands, we have a good chance. JK, chance gone. Well, that was maybe bad of us? I'm not sure. What are we getting? Fortunately, Karn's dead. All we're going to get back whatsoever is a Cat Self Rebooter at best. It's just not good enough. We don't get anything back because we're just going to... We get Karn back. Vivian Reed? Okay, we don't get anything back. think Vivian Reed's a very bad Magic card. If that deck needs Vivian Reed to beat the enchantment decks, then that's not a deck in my opinion. Cool, another land. Even with current activations, we've saw about half of the lands that out of, you know, we've saw 25 cards and we've saw 12 lands. This is a pretty large number. Well, I thought we had this game. I do not think we have an out at all now. I think we were just dead. I think we are on actual 0%. And even if we draw a spell right now, they have Catsail Freebooter, so a spell's not really good enough. So we can really concede here. Alright, GG opponent. Alright, well, this deck performed about as much as I expected it would. It seems to me like this deck's going to beat nothing but pure control decks and maybe the fog deck, and we just got paired versus none of that stuff. We got paired versus like mid-range creature deck, mid-range creature deck, mid-range creature deck, storm combo deck, and I don't even remember what the other deck was. Oh, the electrostatic pummeler deck that drew very badly. They're probably a favorite in that match. No surprises. Would not suggest playing this deck. This deck's not even particularly fun to play either because it feels like you don't have very many options on your turns. Feels like where you have like no card draw and you have very little filtering. Like you can count Karn as filtering if you want, but you're just not really getting to make decisions. But I'm not sure. Anyway, Matthew Folks is streaming, and he is streaming Turbo Fog, which is, in my opinion, at least one of the funner decks in the format. Like a lot of our matches come down to like how good is Eldest Reborn, and like Eldest Reborn just wasn't good in any of those matches. Like versus the red decks, Eldest Reborn's not good. Versus that Scarab God deck, Eldest Reborn's not good. Versus the Storm deck, Eldest Reborn is just not good. Like Eldest Reborn's not good versus so many decks in this format that like I don't think we can rely on just having Eldest Reborn to win. I can envision like a correct set of pairings that we could get that like we could like 4-1 or 5-0 with this deck even, but like I don't think it's going to happen too often. I think you're going to lose more overall with this deck than you're going to win. But anyway, thank you guys for coming out and watching the stream. Go say hi to Matthew, watch some Turbo Fog stuff being done, and listen to him say some things that are probably crude. Take care, everybody, and thank you.